My father, I don't really know much about, but my mother family is all from them.
You don't know much about your father?
Mm-mm. Well, I do, but I don't really know his background like that. I mean, I know what he is, but I don't, you know what I'm saying?
You met him before?
Yeah, I met him, but I didn't see him since I was a little girl. It's like 5, 6 years old.
A word? Is he still
Mhm.
alive?
Mhm. He in prison.
Or he's in prison for how long?
He do life, from what I know.
For real?
Yeah, that's
What did he
serious.
do?
You want to get that deep that fast? He killed somebody. He killed somebody.
You, he got convicted, so why you can't tell the story?
Because like I didn't really grow up with my father, and that situation is real different. Like when I was around him, it was a lot of bad, so I just left that. You know what I'm saying? Where that's at. Um,
But this is late night black and white. This is about
yeah.
you.
Well, my father, my father was my father. You know, my father used to get high. He used to beat my mother. He used to do things. You know what I'm saying? So, my mother left him when I was a little girl, like 6, and then from Arizona, she moved out here with her mother, and she lived with her for a while till she got her little Section A and her little shit together, and got on her feet. And when I was 7, she met another man that I call my father. So she been with him ever since. So
But your real father, all you know about him is that he used to beat your mother.
I mean, I know a lot from him. Like he was a junkie. Like he used to get high. He used to beat my
Crack,
mother.
coke, dope.
Dope. He used to shoot up dope and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like my mother had 4 kids. With 3 kids, she moved to Arizona.
She had 3 kids with your father.
Yeah, with my real father.
With your real father, okay.
And she moved to Arizona, and she got out there, and he got introduced to drugs out there, and then she just turned left. So she went through a lot with him. You know what I'm saying? We went through a lot as kids out there.
What do you mean we went through a lot? He was
Like
abusive to
me,
y'all?
yeah, he was abusive to everybody. He just, you know what I'm saying? Toxic person. You know how they go.
Yeah.
When they get introduced to the drugs,
You remember him
they
abusing
fucked
you?
up. Yeah, I do. I do.
Word?
Mhm. I do. I remember going through stuff with him. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna leave that right there. Just leave that alone. I don't want to get
Why?
too deep because that's a really deep subject, and that bring up so much bad energy and so much anger because there's so much behind it that it's just like, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna put it like this: he's in jail for murdering an 11-year-old little girl. You know what I'm saying? So you just put it together like, why would a grown man murder a little girl? You know what I'm saying?
Is it in the news? Can I search it?
Yeah, you can research it. It's in the news. It's in the paper. Like I was in I was actually I had my first son. I was in his shelter and shit. And I didn't grow up with my mother like that. I left my mother's house when I was 12. I've been on my own since I was 12. So now my father used to do shit to me as a little girl. I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Where we lived at, we was poor. We ain't had no furniture. We ain't had shit, no cable. So it's not like I was watching TV and seeing shit. So when I came out here to Jersey from Arizona, I told my mother, well, my grandmother and them, when they was asking me and my sisters, like, what was going on out there, I told, because I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? That my mother used to call me a liar and call me names and stuff like that. So I had that envy towards my mother for a long time for never believing me as a daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I had that anger and that pain my whole life for my mother to say you a liar and you this and tell my grandmother and this, and then my mother and my uncle was beefing over that, and he don't talk to her no more ever since after that. You know what I'm saying? Then to feel like I turned 18 and I had my first son, I was in a shelter and shit. My baby father got locked up. House got raided. We lost everything. So I was a little fucked up when I had my first son. I was in a shelter left for like women and shit. And my mother drove up there one day and she just dropped the newspaper off. And she told my little sister to bring it inside. And I went back up to, like, you had little studio apartments and shit. I went back up there and I read the paper and it just said that, he went to jail for running over repeatedly a 11-year-old girl, which was actually a babysitter to his new wife, to his new family. So in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania, you know what I'm saying?
Why did he run her over? Why did they say he ran her over?
There was no reason. I know why. You know what I'm saying? He was probably trying to do stuff to the little girl, and she probably did try to jump out. You know what I'm saying? From what they know is all they could tell is that he ran her over repeatedly because of the investigation of the street. You know what I'm saying? When they see the tire marks and they come and do the investigation, they can see that He said it was an accident, but they told him that he lost the case because apparently he had money, he had houses in New York, Jersey, Philly, all this. You know what I'm saying? My mother grew up poor, so I don't know what he had. You know what I mean? So all they know is that he lost his case and he doing life for that because he said it was an accident. He ran her over. She jumped out the car and he ran her over in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But when they did the investigation, they could see the tire marks back and forth.